It has almost been an hour trying to get into a game of League of Legends to try this new change out. And I know you're thinking, Ross, you're probably just sitting at home. You could do other things while you wait to get into a lobby. Well, on the contrary, son. Please help me. Please. Alright. So, welcome back to yet another video. How are you all doing today? I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. Today's a bit of a stranger one. Well, it's not too strange. I don't normally do videos on changes on the PvE. That's a lie, I do all the time. Well, there's one that's happening to Tristana that's coming up. Basically, the way they're doing it is they're trying to give her a little bit of early game power by having her E now scale with crit chance. So what are we doing today? Well, first and foremost, we're picking up one of these little buddies because, I mean, look at him. And secondly, we're building full crit on Tristana because why would we not? The goal is to have Tristana hitting like a full-fledged Scion ultimate. I want the ulti to be hitting like this, okay? Cowards! Alright, so let's get into things. Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel here as well. We've kind of upped the production value ever so slightly out of absolutely nowhere. I know we're probably used to tremendously running the most scuffed setup that 2020 has ever seen. But hopefully, despite the ping, we can get some fat dubs on the board. So, as my damn Kench has pinged, we're going to be running Halo Blades today. Now, I know it's a strange one. However, Tam Kench is also running Halo Blades, so it's actually not that big a deal. I have recently kind of gained a bit of an appreciation for running Halo Blades on Tristana. I know it's like a little bit weird. I know that press the attack is probably the better option, but you know what I like? I like getting in. I like getting out. I like jumping and shooting. And I think like Halo Blades is a nice little like pocket pick for when you want to like jump in, get your E off immediately. Like what it basically grants you is a super duper fast E proc, which then obviously if you're jumping in to get it down, that's just your reset right there. So right here we go. Send it. Dead. 100% dead. Gonna heal for my boy. And you know what? I'm just gonna jump away. I'm not gonna continue risking it for nothing, but that's immediately a dub on the board. A miniature dub. Not a full-blown transcendent dub, but we've won the battle, but we haven't quite won the war yet. Okay, dude. Yeah, so yeah, there's a new background. If you're interested in that, listen, I don't know. It's just kind of plain. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna make a call it. I usually ask you all for your stupidly, amazingly awful ideas in the comment section, right? Where I say, give me the worst thing that you can think of, and maybe we'll do it for a video. It's been a long staple of the channel for a really long period of time. What I'm gonna ask is on top of that, which is, you know, it is what it is, even on videos that have nothing to do with it, I expect those comments because, let's be honest, I want the comments. I got him, dude. He's been sent. He's been sent. And we just, boop. I don't believe it. Ah, he lived. Okay. He didn't live. It was Scorch, brother. Okay, that's not good. Well, regardless, hey, you know what? What do we say? It is what it is. But on top of the comments that we usually ask for, I need some help, dude. Because, like, right now, okay, like, this thing here isn't really doing it for me. That thing there is 100% doing it for me, but I can't have him just dangling there permanently for the next 20 to 30 years while I figure out what to do with the background. We're in a bit of a, like, we're in a corner. Like, if you haven't seen, let me show you quickly, you know, at the beginning. I'm currently in a stock room right now in an undisclosed location. So I don't really know. What do you do with this, brother? I don't know. Right, so let's pick up. You know what? I think since we're going for it, we just pick up that right away. We pick up that as well. And I think we send it back to lane here. So let's have a look at this. I think what the stats are on it, if you're wondering what the Tristana changes are exactly. So every 1% of crit you have, it does an extra 2% damage on the thing. Now, whether that caps at 100%, I don't really know. All I know is that Tristana is actually about to, like imagine AP Tristana. Like, if you haven't seen AP Tristana, I'm actually, once these things come out, once Tristana's on the off the PBE, which will probably be, I mean, by the time this video goes live, I'll be honest with you, she's probably already out in the, on live service with these changes. I've been hankering to do another AP Tristana video because it's super duper fun. And if you don't know about AP Tristana, it used to be worse, granted, right? So, like, currently, AP Tristana is not nearly as good as she used to be. But I want to redo AP Tristana. I did it a while ago, but I'll be honest with you, we can always do better. We can always do better, and I want to do better. But, like, her E damage is kind of wild on that. Her W damage, also kind of wild. And with like the changes to Tristana's E, as far as it scales with crit chance, there's a chance that like you're not quite at that level of AP Tristana E damage, but you're getting kind of close. And I think that's like a big thing, like getting kind of close to that amount of burst damage. I think with that, like Halo Blades could definitely be like a much more valuable option. Boom, boom. I don't believe it. I don't believe it. The W, it got me killed. Well, you know what? I'm not about to let my Pantheon dive that tower without me being like, yo, buddy, I'm right behind you. We're going to make it happen. I don't think our build is going to change tremendously throughout the course of this game, to be fair to you. I don't think we're going to be going for anything particularly spicy. You know, mostly because I think, like, the build that Tristana has focuses pretty heavily on the crit side of things anyway. And also, secondly, you know, I want to save some of the more spicy potential Tristana things for another video so we can min-max it, we can Dark Souls, you know, we get to that level of strength before it starts becoming inefficient. We stop specking into it, or we spec into it early so we can, you know, have it for late. But yeah, like, I mean, she has a pretty hard crit, you know, she buys a lot of crit aims anyway, so I don't think it's going to be a tremendous concern. I am, of course, it's a PvE game. There are no guarantees how long this ever lasts. But at the same time, you know, I want to try and get the most out of it. So I'm specking it to crit early. It gives me like flat percentage damage as well, I believe. But like, I don't even know if they've updated the tooltips, because I'm aware that that is what it is. I mean, we'll flash the patch notes on screen for you as well. I mean, they'll probably have been flashed on screen already to let you know like what's what exactly. But yeah, I mean, like, it's a weird change because it obviously is like a percentage scaling thing. So it could end up doing a considerable amount more damage depending on the situation. Like, I mean, I understand that Riot kind of tried to like nerf crit chance early on just a little bit. I'm taking so much damage from nothing, just from him queuing, brother. They tried to nerf early game damage. So like, it used to be that your agility cloaks, your cloaks of agility used to give 25%. Then Caitlyn started abusing it by buying like 3 agility cloaks early in the game. And then the whole, you know what, I really don't want to do this, and I'll tell you why. He's level 6, he has ultimate. I'm not really looking to tangle quite yet. You know what, actually I'm looking at tangle. We send it. He's dead. 100% dead. Oh, there we go, dude. The abs, listen, am I saying that this is an excuse to play Tristana because I like playing Tristana? No, I totally am, dude. I think I know Tristana pretty well. I like playing her, like, even though I understand that she's not all that strong right now. Dude, I healed, but the ping, I forgot about the ping. I tried to bait him. I'm an idiot. He's dead. Or is he? Or is he? He isn't dead, dude. Okay, buddy. So yeah, I mean, I'm totally looking for an excuse to play Tristana. I'm gonna level with you here. Her having some buffs and some changes is definitely a good reason for me to jump back on the ship. And when she comes to live, I'm gonna be very closely monitoring what pro players, well, because that's, you know, how people decide whether something's good or bad. Not by playing it themselves, no, by deciding whether or not like the pro players think she's good. So you know, maybe see if there's any Halo 80 players out there that think this is gonna make a decent change to her, maybe make her like far more viable. I think she's like a fairly safe pick anyway, especially, well, she's not great getting rid of tanks, I will say. That's one thing that I've always kind of like, it's been her folly. It's something that I feel like she can't get to grips with nearly as well. But at the same time, you know, she's a safe pick. Like, you got an enemy Wukong on the team, you could go Ezreal, which is probably the better bet, if I'm being honest. But you could also go Tristana and then just leap away, because like her W just completely ignores everything else and ends up she just jumps away. So if she gets knocked up or stunned, she just jumps anyway. She doesn't care. She's really not that interested, I will say. Listen, I'll live with you here. I'm pretty sure that our man Ezreal, he got dinked early on and he's just sent it. Like, this is PvE, I will say. You can get a nice little feel for like what the champion changes are gonna be like, but unless you're doing a full custom lobby, which I'll be honest, I'm not that interested in doing, first of all, because it's a bit of an awkward time of day for getting, you know, Americans and stuff like that on to help me out with the PvE, but also because, you know, they focus me and they kill me because I'm really bad at the game, and they very much can take advantage of that. But with PvE, people, they got no clue, but it's a double-edged sword, because they got no clue, they got no friends. Okay, dude, okay. I should have healed again. Right, I'm playing this poorly, to say the least. I had heal up, I didn't. Twice, I've tried to hit heal too late. But yeah, PBE, the second you start losing, send it. Get rid of it. He's got 7 kills. That does explain a considerable amount of the dinkage that he is bestowing upon me. He's dinking me pretty hard, and I can see why. I can see why he's hitting me pretty hard. Even if he misses his ulti, he misses his knock up Q, he doesn't even E. But he all attacks me 3 times, and he's got a static shift, and that again is what it is. I'm pretty sure, like, I don't know if it's actionable. I don't think anybody ever actually does get banned necessarily for leaving a game on their PBE account. But I wouldn't be surprised if you could, you know what I mean? Like, I don't think it's too out with the realms of possibility that some people at Riot are like, you've literally linked your account to your main account to this one. Like, we could definitely track that. Tam Kench just sending it top lane with Riven. Yasuo is he's playing a survival horror game right now. He's playing hide and seek with Yone. I don't think I want to play that game though. I'm pretty sure I don't really want to be playing that game. See, the issue is if this was regular ping, I think I know a fair amount about what Yone does. I've played maybe like a dozen games of him at this point. I've got a decent grasp of what the Yone can whip out of the bag. But at the same time, he's gonna go straight back, dude. I know exactly what you're up to, Chief. We send him. We send him! Could have been faster. Could have been faster. Could have been faster there, I reckon. But yeah, I mean, I'm surprised that so many people have actually... I mean, what are the scores looking like? The enemy team are kind of getting dinked. I think Graves is gone. Ezreal's gone too. Riven's sticking it out despite being 1 of 5. This is how every single PBE game goes, by the way. If you play on PBE, if you've played on PBE, some people play ranked on PBE, which is an interesting one. Listen, I'm not doing particularly well, but I'm having a good time. I think that's what matters. I mean, you're dead. You're just dead. I have to say, even with my tremendously stupid build, the damage is choice. It's pretty choice. I still don't think we're at AP Tristana levels yet, but I think that's a height with which is, you know, it's hard. It's hard to get to. Like, there's only so far you can really go. There's only so many ways to do it. But, like, the damage is still quite potent. If we can get that E off, granted. And that's what Halo Blades is there for, realistically. Like, the Halo Blades is definitely there to make sure that that's the thing that happens, realistically, at the end of the day. There's a Yone there. Do we risk it? I'm not sure. See, he's going to come back to that. He's got to come back to it. He's just going to die. I'm going to die. He is dead. He's 100% dead. Boom. There we go. We send it. The kill didn't need to do that, but boy, am I happy that she did. They didn't need to save me quite as hard as she saved me. He's coming in kind of hot there. Okay. I think that's for the best. I think that's the better outcome for the two of us, really. I think, like, definitely Tristana is up there with, like... She's definitely one of my favorite ADCs. You'd never be able to tell if you're watching the Philip Diamond series, because, like, it's, for real, hard to play her sometimes. Because she's just, like, not quite there. You know what I mean? And that Ziggs is looking kind of juicy. Riven's also simultaneous. She's gonna die in minions before anybody has a chance to do anything about it. Yeah, I like to go in on that, but like, it's a risky one. It's not a risky one. We're gonna go for it. Boom. Easy clap, dude. I tell a lie. I would like to say that I was probably baited by my team there. I would have done it regardless, but at the same time. So I'm pretty sure these changes are going to be coming out with Yone. And as of the time, I mean, by the time that this is actually done recording, like this is out, I'm pretty sure Yone he's already like a champion that exists in League of Legends. So like, if you didn't get a chance to play him in PBE, be really super interested to know your thoughts and like, what do you think about the lad? I think like, good. Decent. He's got an E that is definitely a noob trap though, for sure. Oh, he went Tabby and Seekers. That explains the lack of damage on the Ziggs. Can't say it doesn't make a lot of sense given the particular composition that he's faced with, but you know, still. We don't burst the Ziggs. Maybe. I don't know yet. I'm dead again. I can't handle the ping. I'm a weakling, dude. I can't handle the ping. You just gotta look at the numbers here. I believe the third, yeah, so there, yo, you know what, I'm reading the number, like, I'm not reading it wrong, granted, right, but that is actually a pretty massive amount of extra damage that you get off of crit chance. Like, if you look at it, like, it's half of your bonus AD damage. Like, sorry, I can't do maths. It's well, it's like over a third. Let's say like, 40%, 37.5%. But I always forget that like crit chance is like, it's got its own icon, it's got its own thing, and as such, you can do it in that way. Hold on. I didn't need to do that. You know what? This six is incredibly strong. Can I just make that be aware? It kind of scares me. I'm playing an 80 carry into this team. I mean, Ezra's not here, but like it's kind of a rough one when you think about it. Like it's not as peak as I'd like it to be. Also with the added caveat of a bajillion ping. That's actually a statistical number, by the way. Oh boy, the E into R ulti, dude. It's really hard. Like when you play on PvE with like people from either like South America or like America, the ping is like 100 better than mine. Makes it makes it so rough, but we play through the pain. I have to say, like I think like 4 of my 7 deaths minimum have been me being like, hey, we dive this. We 100% dive this. We don't play. Yeah, we could play optimal. Like we could properly min max this to the utmost peak of human performance. But like, do I want to? I think we buy a second agility code, to be honest, and we have 90% crit chance. So what did that move the needle? That gave us like an extra like 20 damage on that. But then obviously it's scaling off of our AD and like our, all that jazz. So it's actually, it could go further, but we haven't allowed it to do so because we haven't bought like a BF sword or what have you, which we will probably buy. I don't know what we necessarily will buy. We could like go Phantom Dancer, to be honest. We could probably go Phantom Dancer. Phantom Dancer doesn't seem like a bad idea, if I'm being honest with you. Phantom Dancer would probably solve a lot of the problems that we're faced with as far as a Yone and a Ziggs is concerned. Every so often, it will stop us getting one banged, which would be delightful. Let's see if we can bait anybody that isn't Yo. Actually, I don't even think I want to drop it on. Okay. Oh, that was actually. I didn't even get the full thing on him. Did I fully Halo Blades that proc? I almost one shot the Yone who has got 19 kills, 4 levels higher because I haven't been farming at all or been near minions. I'm not in a solo lane. Dude, that, oh, yeah. We like that. We love to see that. That's a beaut, dude. That's a beauty right there. It doesn't quite give us the numbers that we were looking for as far as like, I believe it's every 1% crit chance is an extra 2% overall damage, right? Which means that we're pushing it pretty solidly up here. And then when we start getting straight up AD on top of that, I mean, let's be honest, I'm not trying to say that you should do it, but I'm thinking like, the optimal maneuver might actually be 6 Infinity Edges with Halo Blades. Because, like, Halo Blades, to get that big proc off, if that person dies, then I'll be honest, they're probably deserved it at that point. Okay. I botched that as well. I think I A-clicked a minion in between the Halo Blades procs and still obliterated the Yone, which is a beauty. Again, a beauty. We 100% send it on this, lad. We 100%. You go first, though. You go first. I don't want to do that. Easy clap, dude. Easy clap. Death dance doesn't matter. Like, I hope that you can visualize in your head like quite how much damage we're actually outputting here. When Ziggs has Tabby. I mean, I think the best candidate is actually Yone, but it looks like less because he's considerably higher level, right? And he's quite fed. But Zonya's Hourglass and the Ninja Tabby, and then he's Death's Dance, which breaks the damage down by like 30%. Like, I'm hoping you can really visualize just how much we're doing to these people, because it's a lot of damage, dude. It's a lot of damage. Even though we're inting for it, dude, it's worth it just to see like the limit testing, the lengths with which we can go. Let's have a look at this before we buy the BF sword. An extra 183 damage on that. So I think if we buy this, it goes up by 40. It goes up by 40. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. This game actually ended up lasting far longer than I ever anticipated it being. Purely based off of the fact that, there's, hold on a minute. I don't believe he still had ultimate and he just dinked me. I can't flash on this ping. When I'm a 1/5 of a second behind Earth. I'm a 1/5 of a second behind planet Earth on all these flashes. It just ain't happening, Chief. We all know what we're thinking. I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Ross, you should have gone for the Yone. Yeah, you're right. We already proved that the Death Dance was pretty good at breaking down the damage that we deal with our E. I never learn. I just never learn, okay? That's it. I never learn. Let's get it out of the way. Let's clear the books. I'm gonna absolve myself of this, okay? Yeah, this game went on so much longer, which isn't necessarily a bad thing because, you know, I can maybe try and push the build. I'm not farming, though, is the main thing. I should be farming. I don't need to prove by I can wait for my moments now, I think. Maybe I've earned that right. I don't know. I feel like now I'm 10 and 10. I mean, I've got a lot of kills, presumably quite a lot of damage, but I really should just, like, wait my turn. You know what I mean? Wait for the moment with which to strike. He's going for it. He is going to go for it. Let's be real here. The man's thinking about it. I can see it in his eyes, in his pixels. I can tell by the pixels that he was looking to go in there. You don't Ghostblade just to kind of screw around and vaguely stand nearby. You know what I mean? I have done it. Oh yeah. Clapped. If a 24 and 7 assassin can be matched in DPS by a suboptimal 80 carry, I think we got a winner here, buddy. I think we've got a winner. So we're doing over 1,000 damage. We're doing over 1,000 damage with their E? Hold on a minute. Let me do the math on this one. So that's like 781. Yeah. 1,020 damage on our E if we manage to get the Halo Blades proc pop off on that. I mean, yeah, you throw a press the attack in there and presumably it's going to do even more, right? Because they're going to take that extra exposed damage. But I'd say for a bit of a meme maneuver that I pulled out for no explicable reason, and it's not too bad. I like how we're kind of, I mean, I want to say we're not struggling in a 3v5 here. I'm just kind of like rolling with the punches ever so slightly. Just kind of doing what needs done. Just trimming the hedges. Pa! Okay, maybe we're struggling to win a 3v5. We will be cut the last part out. But regardless, thank you very much for watching this video. Hope you did enjoy it. If you're interested in playing Tristana, down below, like, let me know. If you think this is gonna be a decent change, I'm interested to know as well. Or if it's gonna make like Tristana a little bit more viable. I hope it does. I really do hope it does. But that being said, you know, I don't know. I could pretend that I have this high level intellect with which I could predict the future, but we don't. Regardless, so if you did enjoy, please consider liking, like that thing down there says. Go for it. Socrates plushies still exist for a couple more weeks. Once it's over, they're never probably being made again. So how could you say no to that face? Subscribe to the channel if you're new here as well, and if you want to watch more like stupid stuff. This one was a stupid one in particular. And yeah, have a fantastic day. Take care. See you later.